to a very special episode of The Meantime. It's our 1 year anniversary.
It's our first birthday.
It's our first birthday.
Almost too old to get stolen.
Oh, about halfway there.
But,
about halfway there.
We'll steal up to two. We'll steal up to two.
We steal up to two. Two's pushing it. All right, yo. If you're two, you can run away. All right, listen. We want to thank everybody for supporting us this far. It's been super fun. We've been having a blast. We want to thank our patrons and our Patreon who support us and allow us to live our dream.
Make us able to afford balloons.
Balloons. This is your dream, right?
Yeah.
And we want to thank you guys for subscribing and keeping us afloat. Letting me buy food. If you want to join the Patreon, you can join for $5 a month. You can join for free.
Yep.
Whatever you want to do, just hang out with us in the Patreon. That's patreon.com/themeantime. We got a bunch of fun stuff. We're going to answer a bunch of questions from our patrons today. Keep up and stay in the loop with everything that's going on the Patreon.
Also, you can join our Discord at the link in our Instagram bio at The Meantime Radio. Join the Discord. We talk in there once a week, if not more than that, usually. We're always in there talking about the show. Sometimes you get early access to stuff. You definitely get early access to stuff in the Patreon. As well as our bonus show, Time After Time.
That's true.
Where we'll be talking about our year as The Meantime this afternoon.
Yes, we will.
This Friday, this fine June Friday.
Yeah, it's a June Friday. That's great. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes those months will get you flip-flopped. All right, yeah, join the Discord. The link is discord.gg/themeantime. Get up in there. We're always hanging out. We're always having a fun time. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram. We have some cards that have been out. They're on pre-sale. There's only a few days left for you to get those. The pre-sale ends on Monday. If you want some cards, hit us up in the DMs. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know. You can join our Discord. Send a DM there. Send a DM on Instagram. We are just fulfilling orders by hand.
Also, if you'd like to stay extra up to date on things, but you don't want to talk to us directly because we seem scary, you can join the Meantime Club on Instagram.
That's true.
And you'll just get updates, and it'll just be good. You'll just be like, the Meantime has a new thing out, and I don't have to hear from them. Like
exactly,
they seem like a bit much.
I don't want to interact with them.
I don't want to interact with them. I just want to know when they put up a funny thing.
If you do want to interact with us, the other things that we've said. But if you don't want to interact with us,
Meantime Club on Instagram.
Fuck you, though. You know? All right. That's good.
And that might be why. That might be why.
All right. Okay, I think that's good for house cleaning. I think that's all.
1 year anniversary.
1 year anniversary. Enjoy this brand new intro.
What is wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you?
And that's the bottom line. I'm doing Normandy alone. Am I gonna punch you right in the fucking mouth? Is this the time where we fight?
Hope on the top rope. Satan can't believe his eyes. You're all worried I'm gonna clone and kiss myself. The guys from The Meantime look like two Tony Hawk characters you fucked up.
The Meantime.
Why do you have to be so mean?
Nice. Nice. That was a good intro.
I think so.
It's crazy you didn't lose any weight in that whole year. That whole intro you just did.
Yeah.
Because you got all those new clips from the show.
Yeah, I've been trying for so long.
I know. The whole time you've been talking about it since episode
right.
1. In this jacket, I'm almost as fat as you.
That is true. But it's not. But not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Not quite.
It sucks. We made so much money, and you don't have money for like hair transplants or anything like that. Like we make enough. I would think we made enough money for you to get the plugs, right?
We go back to our roots on the 1 year. we get.
Let's get this back to what it's supposed to be, huh?
We lost our way.
It's getting too wholesome in this bitch. You ugly fuck.
We're starting a nice, helpful community.
Yeah.
Everyone's got trading cards.
I feel like Ricky Bobby's dad. I want to get kicked out of this Applebee's right now.
It got way too sweet and successful.
I don't like it anymore. Let's bring it back to what it's supposed to be.
We got to get down.
Pat is ugly inside and out. All right. Down to his very core, down to his bones, which are made of fiberglass. These are down to his weird anatomy,
weird curved fiberglass,
his weird
bones.
curved fiberglass spine. Absolutely. No. You look like a kid that would be in the special classes, but only because you can't read so good.
I see what you mean.
I had a couple friends like that. Named Jordan Clothier. Shout out 1 year.
I had a friend named Parrot Paynes who was in classes like that. I don't talk to him so much no more though.
Yeah. No, Parrot Paynes used to go play dodgeball and sing Animals by Nickelback out loud as a soundtrack.
Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Is that how Animals goes?
No, dun, 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 dun,
shoot.
dun.
I think I was thinking, got to meet the hottie with the $1 million body.
That's not the one. That's not the
Damn,
one.
shoot.
I would be walking around thinking, yeah, beside me on the sea, got your hand between my knees and you control how fast. It's how hard you want to squeeze. It's hard. Mr. Gary's like going like, hey, shut up. Gaines, shut up.
Wait, this is Jim.
Man, I got both hands on my gears. My now, those time.
I got both hands on my dick is a lyric in that
Do you
song.
know that song?
Does he say?
Here, I'm going to give you just the third verse.
Okay, all right.
You ready? It's a song with 3 verses.
Got it.
Here we go. Third verse of it. We were parked up by the tracks, was sitting in the back, and we just started getting busy when she whispered, what was that? The wind, I think, cause no one else knows where we are, and that was when she started screaming, that's my dad outside the car. Oh, please, the keys, they're not in the ignition, must have wound up on the floor. We were switching up positions. I guess they knew that she was missing as I tried to tell her that it was her mouth that I was kissing, screaming, oh!
Wow, that is a masterfully written verse.
That was really it was my go-to karaoke song.
It's really hard to put all that
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
That story was conveyed to me perfectly.
Yeah, I totally get it. And that's verse 3. You're coming in you're coming into the third act and you understand everything that's going on here.
Nickelback fans.
I used to put that Nickelback record on my Xbox 360 and watch the visualizer.
Wait, what? Oh, like the auto Xbox 360 visual of the yeah.
Or I would put it on in the background of Project Gotham Racing 3.
Oh, cool. You could put any song, any soundtrack
Yeah, we would
you
burn
wanted
a
in-
disc and
Got it.
burn a
Got it,
CD.
got it.
1 year anniversary, but I am 30.
Yeah, I'll be 30 when this comes. No, I won't.
No, you won't. Not
No,
yet.
I won't. No, I
Not
won't.
quite.
No, not quite. Not
He's
quite.
getting there.
By just a few days, I woke up this morning. My back hurt so bad.
Yeah. You know what I'm going to do to you for your whole 30th year of life?
What's that?
Welcome to the club.
No. Yeah, because you've been here for 3-4 months
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. Yeah, you're going to start to get that. Let me ask you something. You want kids yet?
Yeah, I always.
It'll come.
I always forget I'm dating an older man. Oh, it'll come.
Oh, it'll come.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah,
Don't worry.
About shit that's not like I don't like
Yeah.
peanut butter anymore. No one likes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and I just like randomly started liking sushi. Yeah, you're going to get those. You're going to get those. You're going to get those.
Yeah, well,
1 year anniversary.
I really have been. I've been up since 7 because my shoulder hurts so bad just from sleeping on it all wrong.
Ah.
Yeah, which is why I was in here.
Last night I stayed up all night because of restless leg syndrome.
Oh no! Is that also a 30 thing?
No, I've had that for about 10 years.
Okay.
No, I think everybody gets it when they turn 20, right?
Right, everyone gets that.
Everyone gets that, right?
Everyone gets that and ED when they turn 20, right? Everyone's had ED from 20 to 30, right? Right, we all have that.
And like a weird mole on the underside of your taint.
and
Everybody gets one.
and all those things go away any day now.
Yeah,
That's what
they go away within 10 years, hopefully. They go away in, I think, 11 years. No, I stayed up and I tied dress socks around my feet and calves.
Oh, like you're trying to stop a zombie virus from getting to your-
exactly right. And then I did some stretches, and then I watched snooker. I've been watching snooker videos. That billiards game that is different than pool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I'm
Why?
laying there and I'm like, I can't fucking sleep. That is a masterful shot.
What?
Nobody can beat O'Sullivan. That's the GOAT right there. Try again next year, Judd Trump.
Yes.
Well, we want to thank everybody for joining the 1 year anniversary episode.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking around.
Oh, good
Thanks
God.
for the support. Thanks for keeping it going.
I think about what we were doing about a year ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I think about us getting that Octung clip up and letting this podcast become my career.
Letting it ride.
I think about covering the Olympics and
yeah.
how it's kind of a bummer that doesn't happen every year because that did really well for us.
Oh yeah. Next time it happens, it'll be in LA though.
Yeah,
and
we'll be 34,
and we'll be 34, but we'll be there.
Yeah, we will.
We'll be podcasting. We'll be there. We'll be competing in the luge.
Yeah, we
By
will.
the way, Jared and I have been getting really
We've
good
been getting good at the luge. You can
luge.
tell by Pat's outfit.
This is pretty standard luge stuff.
It's July.
This is because I care.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Pat dressed like a tech deck guy. All right.
On a luge.
Pat got the outfit of a tech deck bean, and I got the body of a tech deck bean.
You can catch us both in a beans expansion pack.
That'd be a good tech deck. Hit us up. Do you have any from like a year ago, memories from a year ago when we first started? Like, what was it like compared to what it's like right now?
The cameras are better.
Cameras are much better. You know what? Can I talk? Can I rap at you guys for a minute? Pat just like sat on the couch there, and I just sat on the couch here.
Oh yeah.
And then Pat got the good camera.
Yeah.
That was true.
That was true.
For the first like 4 months. And I had brought up like, do we switch sometimes or something? Pat was like, no, I think like it gets confusing for people if we're always switching. And I was like, let's try an episode where we switch. I sat down and he went, yeah, this doesn't feel right. Just doesn't feel right. So I've been like getting filmed by like camcorders from the 90s. like Pat looks like he was filmed at a Marvel movie, and I look like I was filmed by the guy who did 28 Days Later. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't look
Same guy,
awesome. You know what I mean? It didn't look sick. And I got to be that way for about 4 months.
Yeah,
and then,
that was true.
And then we got these upgraded
I feel
cameras.
like go back and watch the first episode of The Meantime, and imagine a tube of paper towels pointed at us.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Yeah. And we showed up. We're like, can we change this? And they were like, shut up, not yet famous guys.
So we appreciate you guys
So
tuning
thanks for
in.
sticking in
Right, 'cause
through the
this-
upgrade, through CCTV to HD to now 4K. We've been here for many years.
It's not 4K.
And you know what they say.
What do they say? Oh, they do say something about what, yes.
Yeah. You know, they say the best time to plant a tree is 1 year ago. And the second best time is today. But we planted a tree a year ago.
1 year ago.
And look how big it's gotten.
I just saw it on when this podcast started. We
planted, well, not one, but
four,
what looks to be six individual bamboos. And boy, oh boy, that's really. No, I'm still here. And this is how much it's grown in 1 year.
This is how you wouldn't think it'd get that tall,
but it does. And this is how you could tell how old it is every individual bamboo is a week, and there's like 52 on here. Between the 1, 2, 3, 4, between the 6 of them.
We've heard your comments in our old TikTok clips. It used to sometimes sporadically cut to tree.
It did.
We've heard your.
Yeah. And yeah, no, you're completely blocked.
And we've heard your pleas, and now we grew a tree in the whole
so
year.
you're now even more blocked than you were. So we grew a tree for you.
Don't investigate how it may look exactly like the tree. You really can't. How it may look exactly like the tree that's always back there.
Right. No, it's a different tree. And we grew it even taller because we've been here for a year.
And
you know what it grew with is with your nurturing.
And love.
And love.
And your nurturing and love and money.
And money and fertilizer.
And money and fertilizer.
And I pee in it sometimes.
And Jared pees in it sometimes.
I pee in it sometimes.
Also,
and there's like 16 spiders
You know
in
what
here.
also helped it grow? Intellectual property.
Yeah.
Helped it grow. 16
really did.
spiders in there.
Yeah.
There's 16 cats that I
There's
swallowed
16.
in my sleep.
I guarantee there's at least 8 spiders in this.
Strong,
fibrous,
resilient.
If you cut one of these bamboos and counted the rings, are there rings? There's not rings in bamboo.
In ours, there are.
If you gave this to a panda, he'd say, "Boy, that's been going for about a year."
Yeah, the babies in our basement have been living off this tree as well.
Absolutely,
they have. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, we treat them. We stick them on the side like koalas and make them chew the leaves like eucalyptus.
And then make them battle
so
to
that
the
you
death
know
in
what
a blood
the fate
ring.
of the baby is when we come and take it from you. And there it is. This is the Meantime 1 year tree. We should get a better tree next year. Okay, let's get this fucker out of here. Okay. No, it was funny.
No,
I'll keep that right there.
You're gonna leave that for the.
I'm gonna leave that right there.
That'll be in the shots of everything.
Yes, it will.
Okay. It's in my shot also.
Here, let's scooch it a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get it out of here.
Wait, that's
Just right there.
that's fine.
Right? Because now you got a little bit, we got a little twiggy action here.
Is that nice foreground? I don't know.
No, I was circumcised. I don't even know. Well, we asked our patrons to ask us some questions.
We did.
So we're going to be reading through some questions that have been asked on the Patreon. Again, if you want to join, go to patreon.com/themeantime. You can do stuff like this, and you can watch our show after the show.
The show after the show is called Time After Time. It premieres right after the episode every Friday, so you can be listening to The Meantime at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard, and you can be listening to Time After Time at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard on the Patreon, and get 2 hours of Meantime for your week. In your week.
So yeah, I'm gonna go through this a lot. There's a lot of similar questions in here. So
it's some of them are sentimental and nice.
yeah, I mean most of these I think are sentimental and nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think the big burning question on everybody's mind is like 4 and 6. But that does not take into account girth.
And in which case, flip it. In which
Like a tuna can.
4,
Like a hockey puck.
yeah, 4 and 6, and then in girth it's 4 and 6.
Correct.
So whatever floats your boat, will
Like
be
a can of shredded chicken.
like a carrot.
Right.
Just like a carrot.
Right.
Like a what's up doc type situation.
Scenario.
You're going to want to be on that like what's up doc. She's on my shit like what's
Kind of
up
dressed
doc.
like a carrot right now.
Uh-huh.
Michaela says, were there any other possible names for the podcast before y'all chose The Meantime?
Nope.
No, there was. Do you remember any of them? I remember sitting in my last house in the living room. And we were trying to figure out what the name would be. I remember the biggest thing was whether it was going to be called Meantime or
The Meantime.
and if Meantime was like one word.
I know,
or if it was The Meantime with Jared and Pat.
We got in the Social Network argument, which is so stupid.
Yeah, right. It was awesome.
That stupid scene in that perfect movie.
Yeah, no, that movie is just like a 5 out of 10. But it's like,
Whoa!
we did have a big. I don't remember any of the other names that we threw out there, but I did remember that I had the idea that it would be something that we did in the meantime.
Well, also,
but it was
also the biggest thing is that we called it The Meantime like 2 years before the show started.
right. Yeah, we did. We did this was supposed to be for a completely different company. Like we were supposed to be doing this with a different thing entirely, and it was like 2 years beforehand.
Yeah,
I had blue hair.
Yeah, trust that The Meantime is not happened upon. Like we
had this idea for a while.
There's test footage of The Meantime in 2021.
Maybe we'll release that. It's been a year.
It's funny.
It's been a year. It's definitely different.
It's a good episode. We look crazy.
We look crazy and we're talking about stupid shit. You know what I mean?
We're talking. You know what the problem is? We're talking about too much music.
Yeah, we are.
We're
We
like-
really thought it was going to be a music thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we really did.
Matthew Foreman says, how do you cope with the fact that in this capitalistic society you work every day of your life, then die, and will still never have enough?
Like with great anger.
I jerk off like once a day.
Once a day.
Yeah.
No, you got to get those numbers up. That's
Oh.
that's the
Yeah. No, I jerk off pretty constantly.
You're gonna want-
I would say, look, it's hanging over everybody's head.
Yeah.
But if you don't look at it, you can just kind of pretend it's not there and live your life, and then focus on the beauty of life. You know, what do you like doing? What's your favorite book? You know
that's what I do. But Jared fights the system too.
You can also fight the system if you'd like.
Jared fights the power.
It's kind of like this. Me and Pat do the same thing, except every once in a while, because it's hanging right here, I go like this.
yeah.
It doesn't really hurt it, but it's inconvenient.
Would you move just that one branch?
I'll rotate.
Okay. All right.
Come on.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
I'm just making sure it's
We're
fun.
having a fun time.
Okay, I'm just making
This
sure.
is fun! Oh, this is kind of relevant. Candace Warren says, I've been following since the beginning, and I feel like this pod started very music-oriented.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking
Sorry.
about music about music and music news, and over time became about the awesome dynamic between y'all.
Uh-huh.
I love it both ways, but what was the change? Was that a change you guys made intentionally, or just how it ended up being?
We don't really like talking about music because we spend so much time talking about music.
Yeah, I mean,
Does
we're
that make
both
sense? Does that
we're
make
both
sense?
like musicians, was our like main thing.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Until this podcast came along, which is now absolutely my main thing.
It's also just like it's like so much of what everything else gets talked about.
I know we only have music friends, and me and Pat don't agree on music stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like for
A lot.
for almost every single possible thing, we don't agree on.
Uh-huh.
So it's. I think it was a natural morphing from talking about music stuff because we're musicians to talking about shit that's funny because
And-
we have more in common on what's funny.
And also, we both sing, so it was just easier to just actually sing instead of talk about the song.
Right.
So we just
I could do that, or I could go. My baby's always dancing.
Right, yeah, exactly.
You know what I
It's one's way more fun.
Paige Ryan says,
always dancing.
hypothetical children in a hypothetical life. What are their names? Boy and girl.
Luke and Leia.
Have you?
No,
One would be Severus Harry Dumbledore Gilchrist, and the other would be Ginny Hermione Weasley Gilchrist. That sucks.
Yeah, I'm like
Luke and Leia.
I'm like, well, my first kid would be named Red Power Ranger.
I would go Gabumon for the boy.
No, I'm gonna name my daughter Blue Shell.
I like that. You could probably do it in a like BLUSHELLE. Blashell. Blashell Gilchrist. Blashell Gabumon Gilchrist.
just love the idea of naming your kids like nerdy stuff, but it's not a name.
Yeah.
Hyrule Shield.
My son, Pokeball.
My son Root 3.
Nice. Kayla says, what's the most unexpected part of the podcasting that you enjoy?
That we're not kissing.
All right, I'll answer for real. I am enjoying owning and running a business. I'm really finding that like that brings me the most joy in the world because I grew up very poor and now I'm like an actual legal business owner in the state of California. Mm-hmm. And honestly, editing the podcast itself, I thought I was going to hate doing and that it was tedious, but I genuinely like doing it and I think it's super fun.
I actually do think I look forward to editing the full pod more than the TikToks.
I can't stand doing the TikTok. I fucking hate doing the TikToks, and I do 85% of the TikToks, and it sucks.
I think I want to stress it's not that I don't enjoy making TikToks in general. It's It's that I've been doing it since 2019, so I feel. But genuine answer to the question, a thing I didn't expect is there's lots of things in my life that I don't pursue creatively. Like the only time I would ever get to talk about Digimon was when I would get to play the card game. So to be in a scenario where like 80,000 people want to talk to me about it is euphoric.
It's great.
It's awesome.
It is great.
And every now and then that happens for weird stuff. We'll talk, like we end up in comments about Metallica and Jared, Wu-Tang, no one knew Jared liked Wu-Tang Clan. You know what I mean? Like, and now it's
I had no one to talk to about
it's
it.
an important thing that's
it's a staple.
They ain't nothing to fuck with.
They ain't nothing to fuck with. Protect your neck. Step to the whoop.
You know what I mean?
No, I do like getting to talk about our like weird niche interests, and then that is like
and that it like matters.
It matters.
It's
like
sick.
people want to hear it, and we have like an obligation to talk about.
Yeah. Hey man, what are you doing here?
Guys, you know I have the space reserved at 3.
Oh.
What time is it?
Oh my God, is it
Are we
already?
going long? Are we going long right now?
It's 10 past, guys.
I think we just got a little carried away. It's our 1 year anniversary for the episode, so I think we
Yeah,
just got a little...
it took a long time to put past breath in these balloons.
Yeah.
You know,
We
I
grew a
understand,
tree.
but you know we do have the... Okay, so the schedule is missing. So
Right.
you know
So
what?
I'm sorry. Had it been up, maybe we could have.
Genuinely, you want us to fill that out later?
No, you're right. So it is nobody's fault, and I totally understand.
Right.
Okay.
And that's...
What-
We're still sorry. We're still, yeah,
we could try to wrap up. We just do have
No,
like a little bit.
Yeah, but like how long?
Kind of in the middle.
Yeah, but like how
10,
long?
10, 15? Tops.
20,
Tops.
20-ish.
All right.
Can I meet you at 15? Can we try 15?
We can try 15.
Okay.
We can try
Try
15 for you.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to inconvenience you at all. It's just a big episode. And if
I
there's a
know.
big scheduling conflict.
It is inconvenient, though, and I'm not trying to be mean about it.
Right,
No,
no,
you're not,
you're
you're
not.
not,
We
you're
don't
not.
think you're mean either.
Okay, okay.
No, we'll wrap. We'll get this. We'll get wrapped on this.
And we'll be at it. And we'll.
You know what we can do is like we'll wrap up as soon as we can. You come in. If there's anything we need to finish, we can just come in right after.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah, I think that works. That work for you?
And we'll be out of your hair.
You're right.
Or out of we'll be and we'll be good. We'll wrap up.
Sorry, Sasquatch.
Sorry, Sasquatch.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Okay, we'll talk to you in a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're doing great stuff. I feel nice. Oh, sorry. I'd get up and help, but I'm there's a tree right here. Oh God,
we kind of blew the tree.
Sasquatch.
It's weird that he needs glasses.
I know. Does he have to go to a special like eye thing for that? I feel so bad. He's so nice.
I don't know.
He's such a nice guy.
He's so nice. He's shorter in person.
You'd think he was bigger.
He is tall.
He's certainly tall.
But you're picturing like
you're thinking like a monster, and that guy's not a monster.
Not a monster. No,
that guy's not a monster.
The opposite.
Vandella says, I feel like we should get a slightly more detailed introduction to how you guys met and why you decided to start the podcast. And I think a lot of people
kind of want to know that.
It's a lot of the stuff. It's how we met and how we started the podcast.
It's an okay story. It's pretty.
No, I think it's good.
You think so?
Yeah. It was just that we were trying to work together on songwriting.
Yeah.
We're working on songwriting, production stuff, and then I was like, in my head, I was like, boy, am I going to rip this guy off. This is going to be so fun.
I suppose you have.
Boy, am I going to sucker this guy into doing everything I want for the rest of his whole time. And yeah, he just like sent me some stuff he was working on. We worked on a song. And then I, at the time, didn't have a ton of friends, and the friends I did have were horrible people.
Turns out.
It turns out they were all bad people. And I had like 3 conversations with Pat, and I was like, I want to be Pat's friend instead.
I showed up to your house in LA, and I was like, you should get these guys out of here. Hey, Jay, you should get the fuck are you doing?
I was like, I don't know. They're horrible.
These guys like treat you like this every day.
Pat was nice to me, and I was like, quit being gay.
You're being surprisingly earnest. I really thought you were going to say, like, well, I was traveling on the path towards...
Right.
and I saw a lonely...
Well, destiny called, and I answered. Good old G.O.D. man upstairs decided that the world needed us together.
Destiny.
And who am I to deny God?
Destiny called, and it was a 405 area code, and I was like, who's this? Okay,
Destiny called.
So who's this?
Destiny called, and I didn't want to talk to that bitch. And then Pat called, and I said, "Okay,
all right, sounds good.
How's it going?" No, yeah, that's my experience how we met.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you moved me into your house in LA.
Pat into the house I was living in,
and
for the pandemic.
And
Pat
Jared
moved to LA for the pandemic. I was moving out of LA because it was too expensive for the pandemic. Moved back to LA, and me and Pat just do this anyway. Mm-hmm. If me and Pat are in the same room, we're just kind of hucking bits out to the annoyance of our friends.
Very blessing and curse type vibes.
Kind of, yeah.
Very blessing and a curse.
I don't think we have the best friends in the world, but
we can't help but do it.
We can't. I can't
stop. It doesn't turn off.
I can't stop.
It does not turn off.
Just hucking bits. Yeah. Okay. Congrats on 1 year. This is from Micah Cullen.
Yeah, sure.
Congrats on 1 year. As someone who kind of fell into comedy when I mainly wanted to do music for a long time, what's it like to reconcile the two?
Have we? Have we done that?
I'm in the middle of reconciliation.
I'd say I'm currently reconciling.
Yeah, we're reconciling.
Ask me in 2027.
No, I think the way that I do it is that I just kind of, in my life, generally, I follow what's exciting.
I'm just floating on a cloud.
Yeah. Kind of wish sometimes he wasn't floating on a cloud, but he's floating on a cloud.
We're
me and everyone else around him wish he would get off that fucking cloud for a second, but
I do my thing.
Oh, so unfortunate. So unfortunate.
I'm just doing
what I said and then what you said. Hilarious.
I'm just
kind of doing it.
I'm having a good time.
All right.
I'll see you there. I'll see you there, or I will see you on another time. I will see you there, or I will see you on another time. And you've got my number, and I'll give you a call, or you call me. Or
what Pat means to say is he's very confused and scared at all times. He wishes he had a firmer grip on the things going on in his life.
I'm coming out, so you better get this party started. I'm coming out. I'm coming out.
Coalescent Raccoon. Why you look like that? But on a serious note, you ever felt like your life isn't going good because you aren't as far along in things that your friends are?
I used to, and then actually that stopped when I moved here.
Really?
We've argued about
Just
this.
dunking on people. I got Danny Elfman on TikTok. Fuck you guys.
No. We've argued about this before, but I think like now when I'm jealous of my friends, I just say I'm jealous of you. I'm really excited you get to do that. Like I wish I was doing something like that.
And
like
I believe to be jealous of you of your friends is shit.
Word, right?
I don't think you should be jealous of your friends. I think you should just be happy for them.
We disagree. I think
We disagree on this. I think this is just a moral conundrum here.
I think that I can be jealous and happy for you.
Philosophical conundrum, not
Yes,
moral.
yeah. And then also, like, I've met so many people that are like further along in their careers that like
I wouldn't trade it.
I'm like, I don't want to do your thing.
I don't want to do your thing. I don't want to do your thing at all.
I love doing my thing. There's so much jerking off involved.
Yeah, once a day
Gotta get those numbers.
Gotta get. Yeah, that's my bad. Second question. This is from Rich. What would you do if you could swap lives with each other for a day? If I was Pat, I would throw my phone in the fucking ocean.
I would wait. I'd wait to switch back. I'd
eat a salad to show you what that feels like.
I'd make no sudden movements.
Yeah. No, I would throw my phone all the way into the depths of the ocean and cut off 90% of the people I know.
Go for a run. I would go for
Schedule
a jog.
rhinoplasty. Get my teeth fixed. I'd have a big day as Pat. Take out that nose ring and cauterize the wound. Get a tattoo. We'd have a large day.
I'd get tattoos removed. It would be a lengthy process.
I'd get that mole taken off my ball sack if I was Pat for a day.
I'd get that mole taken off my ball sack if I was Jared for a day.
I'd call everyone I know and say I'm so sorry.
I'd call everyone I know and say I'm so sorry. We could really, if we put our heads together, we could actually.
I would take naked photos of myself and send them to Jared. And that's what we would do. Emily C. Day says, has the podcast impacted the way you guys interact with each other in your day-to-day lives? Like, are there moments outside of recording that you immediately know you'll bring up during the next episode? Or do you avoid talking about certain things to save it for content?
Yeah, more or less more.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely times where Pat will be like, oh, this fucking thing happened. I'm like, what happened? You go, save it for the podcast.
Yeah, well, because
I do the same thing.
My family often asks me if our shit is scripted.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me that.
It's not.
It's not.
I know we have a pretty good idea of how we're going to react to stuff. That goes away.
Yeah, I would say that that's the biggest difference between the early episodes and now is now I know exactly how you'll respond to stuff. Mm-hmm. Like I'd know certain things.
I was going to say that's as much scripting that happens as like, hey, for this thing, do this and this.
Hey,
that's
for this, just like let me get through it, or hey, for this, like can you just be like big or small, or you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's about it. There's not a lot of scripting. The only scripted things actually on here, which is not the question, the only scripted things on here are when we do the horoscope things or we do like anything that's like prepared, like we did the weekend update.
Oh yeah, well that was literally. But even those
things are scripted.
Even then, we're getting reactions though.
Yeah, but then the reactions to the things are not.
Yeah,
I would say that the podcast has impacted the way that we interacted. I would say that me and Pat are closer friends now.
Yeah,
we're better friends than we were before. And also we're very good friends and now business partners.
Yeah,
so it's an interesting thing because like I can only do one or the other. I can't do both at the same time, unfortunately.
Yeah, word.
So I'm either calling you as business Jared or calling you as buddy Jared.
Yeah, and I can only do neither. Which is just weird.
Which is odd. It's a weird combination.
It's weird for anyone. It's not just for like a Jared thing. No one knows no one ever knows what I'm on about.
Sarah Goody says, do you all have any plans for the meantime in the next year, like bigger stuff within the pod?
We definitely have plans like that for the next few months. So you got to assume that those will keep rolling.
Yeah, you do.
You just got to assume that those will keep on rolling.
Yeah, I have gigantic, like if Pat can vouch for this because I'm always thinking in huge swings, but I have gigantic plans. One day we're going to be on TBS. I've been telling him.
I think that's the weirdest fucking network to pick.
We're going to be on TBS.
I
We're
don't
going to be on,
understand
or
why.
the CW.
I
Like
don't-
one of the,
I don't get what. I don't get what
We're gonna
about
get
we're
picked up
doing
by a
is
major
gonna-
network here.
I don't
People
want
keep
that.
going like, "Hey,
I don't-
Barstool Sports, you guys should be on Barstool Sports. You should see if the general TMG network will take you on." I'm like, "What about TBS though? What about the Friday primetime lineup?"
Jared wants to be on FXX. Like, I don't know what you're. I don't watch TV. I don't know.
Right.
Do they have shows like that? I don't know.
It's been a while. That's why I'm saying TBS. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff planned. Mark the Frog, did you guys plan or have any predicted rate of growth of the podcast and its popularity, and has it been within your expectations?
Yeah. I remember when we very, very first started, I was saying 100,000 TikTok followers by the end of the year would be like great.
I remember
So-
Pat did give us like a year to get 100K, and we blasted that.
Yeah.
We went right through the ceiling on that one.
Yeah.
I did not have any expectations. I thought that we'd be good at it.
Yeah.
I was like, if anybody was going to do good at doing a new podcast, I think it'd be me and Pat.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I was expecting to have to grind for a number of years before getting to where we're at right now.
Yeah, likewise.
But there's like certain things that we're not up there yet. Like it does take time to grow a YouTube channel. It does take time to grow like certain thing. We have a Patreon now, and it's going to take time for all the stuff. Takes actual physical time to do. So,
But our skill set for doing this was already.
It's already there.
We already knew how to make music. We already knew how to record vocals. You know.
yeah, we already had me and Pat had already made music videos. We knew how to work cameras. We knew how to work audio equipment. We already been hucking jokes at each other every day. Like we were already gonna like if you go back to episode 1, we are wheeling and dealing from the jump. You know what I mean?
We'd already been making TikToks for 4 years.
Yeah, we've been making TikToks again. I did Danny Elfman. We were working with Upsall.
When I moved here, everyone hired me to be the TikTok guy.
Yeah, like
and
the
I was like,
first
how is
thing-
no one else here a TikTok guy? Like,
the first thing that me and Pat did was we worked on the Veins music video for All in My Head. We already had all the stuff. So I guess we knew that it was going to do well. I didn't think we knew it was going to do this well this quick. Woo! Has there been a moment where something didn't hit with the audience the way that you expected, but it's still one of your personal favorites?
I think if anything, more of the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, if anything, more of like I don't know if this is funny, and then it does really, really well.
Like I didn't. Yeah. I knew Octung was funny. I didn't think it was like change our careers funny.
Yeah, word for sure. Yeah, I don't,
plenty of that. I think more often than not, I think that something's funny and it doesn't hit. But I think that keeps me honest though. Like when I throw something out and it doesn't work, I'm like, all right, well we'll just come back funnier next time.
Sure.
Try to go harder on it.
Sure.
Yeah. When you first became friends, did you ever think you'd be working together or spending so much time on collaborative ventures?
Kind of.
Not really. Not really. When we first became friends, I thought we were just going to be doing Not My Weekend stuff. I didn't think that we would would try to start a TikTok business together and a podcast and be doing music videos and shit. And I didn't think there was going to be that much.
Yeah, but you got to pay rent.
Got to pay rent.
that's
rent.
But you got to pay rent.
Get paid.
You got to pay rent. The system is rigged up.
Oh, what's been the biggest argument since spending so much more time together, and how did you overcome it? I think we had it on the show.
It was probably episode 6 or 7 or whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
we had a debate over I think like work ethic and how much personal time and energy we want to put into stuff. And so I think that was probably our biggest argument, and we squashed it in I think 15 minutes on the show.
Also, like it just stays.
Yeah, right.
The argument it just lives as part of us.
Yeah, it's just
and that's fine.
Yeah, like we got over the arguing about it.
Yeah, and also like we're in a consistent state of like being hilariously funny and arguing.
Yeah,
like that's
how I live my life.
That's how we get to your home. that's how we're in your living room with you now.
And you're on YouTube.
And now you're on YouTube.com. It doesn't.
What's been the hardest thing about making the podcast? That last question was canned soup. Nessa says, what's been the hardest thing about making the podcast, and what's been the most rewarding thing about making the podcast?
I think we kind of said, I think the rewarding we kind of answered. I'd say
I don't know about rewarding. I think the rewarding is, the most rewarding thing is that we have a fan base.
Oh, okay.
That's the most rewarding thing. Like being a business owner is the thing that I'm like stoked the most on. Like that's like an unexpected thing that I didn't expect to be so excited about.
I see.
But the rewarding thing is that we have an active fan base at all.
Sure.
And that when merch goes up, people buy it. When we make trading cards, people buy it. We got a Patreon show that we wanted to make. People watch it.
Sure.
That every time I make one of these episodes, I have to put down a list of our Patreon subscribers, and we're up to 310 now. And I think that's an insane number of. I just didn't expect all of the support from it. So that's the thing that's like the most rewarding, and I would say the hardest thing is juggling between only two people the amount of stuff that we have to do to keep the podcast on rails if we want to like succeed. And needing about 5 brains and only having 2.
Yeah, we just need to hire some more people
in
the coming years.
Staff.
Yeah.
That's the thing that's hardest is not having bodies to help out.
Yeah.
Do you agree? What's the most rewarding thing for you?
That's the hardest part. I don't know. I think rewarding. I think my previous answer was the rewarding answer, like that sense of community. And getting to talk about stuff that I wouldn't expect to get to talk about, which I think is kind of the same thing that you're saying. But if it's like not that I'm not excited that there's not 300 people in the Patreon,
of course.
But if it's 300 or it's 10. Like I think like what we're getting on about is the rewarding part. I guess.
I get
you know
you.
what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nate Fields said, "Would you guys ever consider doing a Let's Play YouTube channel or just Twitch streams if you of you guys playing story or co-op games?"
Would it be like a spoiler to say that I want to do that? We want to do that?
No, I think we've discussed doing it. I think we both want to do it.
I think
it'd be cool to do on the new Digimon game now that we're both Digimon fans.
Look, I want to have a setup.
GTA 6.
I want to have a setup where it still feels like we're on the couch. So that I like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when we're doing it, I want to have a setup where it feels like we're on the couch playing the game.
Yeah.
And like not in some like stream dome.
Hey, I don't think we need to be in a stream dome or anything.
But I also don't want a setup that's going to crash on us.
Sure. A lot of I mean, like to answer, I think succinctly is that it's a technical requirement that we need to overcome. I think that's the only thing.
Yeah,
like getting to the point where we can literally do that, get a stream capture device, go on Twitch, do whatever what we need to do.
Yeah,
that would be the barrier for entry. If we knew that we could do that consistently, I think there's a number of games we've talked about playing.
I'd also like to do it via PS5.
Yeah, I would love to do it via PS5.
I more than any other game, I think that when GTA 6 drops.
I would love to have it figured out by then.
We should be doing it for like 2 weeks of GTA 6
and we have time. That's 2027.
We do. What?
No. I don't know when it's coming out.
That's not funny, dude.
Jana says, "Can you guys just kiss for the 1 year? You need to shut the fuck up. You guys need to calm down."
It's
no, stop. This is good. Coconut says, "When y'all first met, what were your first impressions of each other?" I thought Pat was a major fucking boner.
Yeah,
I thought Pat was the bonerest boner, and then after like 2 conversations, I thought he was like the nicest person I'd talked to in a long time.
Word. First half, not second. No, I thought Jared was like kind of concerningly like me.
Yeah.
I thought Jared and I had like 2 really big long phone calls. And like
Pat's got a really big long nose.
Yeah, and he could see my nose from over the horizon.
Yeah, it was poking me in the ear on the phone call, which is what I thought was interesting.
Nose me through the phone.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that was genuinely my first impression. It was weird that I couldn't say anything you didn't know what I was saying.
Right.
Like I don't think with anyone else I've ever met in my entire life, I could be like, you know that part at the end of Spy Kids 2, and you'll be like, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course I do.
For every music, everything there. I couldn't say a single thing to him where he didn't know exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
And I would get off the phone with you and I'd talk to my girlfriend at the time and I'd be like, that's crazy. I mean, I can speak to like, he'll get everything I'm saying.
Riker Mustelier. Fuck you, have a better name. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to have a hard name to pronounce so that Jared has a hard time reading it. What is this podcast giving you that you never expected was possible?
Money!
That is true. I think it's the money. I have a Ford Fiesta.
We planned on doing it for no money.
We really came in here. We were like, we'll just do it for no money. See what happens. Now that we have the money, I wouldn't do it for no money.
We still have no money, but we don't do other jobs.
That's true.
We had a lot of other jobs.
We had a lot of gigs that we had to do.
We had so many fucking gigs, dude.
So many gigs and side hustles, and now I don't have any gigs or side hustles, and I can afford my rent in a car.
I'm just DJing, and that's because I love it.
And it's because he likes it.
So that's yeah.
Bubbles says, What has kept you guys together as friends, and what helps you guys get podcast ideas for your guys' podcast to talk about and inspiration to keep going?
I mean, we just spend so much time laughing. We laugh so much.
Yeah.
We spend an absurd amount of time laughing.
I don't
that
think
it's
we
hard not
need to do shit to get bits for the podcast. I think we can just I'm pretty confident that if I have nothing and Pat has nothing, we'll still find something to
But I
laugh
also
at.
mean in terms of us staying friends. It's hard not to stay
Yeah,
friends.
we're too laughy dudes.
We're laughing the whole time.
We are laughing.
And if you're not laughing with us, we get really mad at you.
I do get uncomfortable, and I'll talk about it later.
You better start laughing.
Man, I wish he was funny.
Yeah.
And that's that. What songs is the last one? Aesthetically Unmotivated says, what songs do you associate with important moments of your life?
Oh, interesting.
Do you have
interesting
anything?
last question. Important moments of my life songs, not counting ones we've written.
I have a shit. This is going to be such an ironically stupid one for me.
Okay.
I have a pop punk song that I associate with my first heartbreak.
Interesting. That is ironic. I
Empty
don't have one of those.
Yeah, Empty Space by The Story so far.
Yeah.
I associate with my first heartbreak in 2013 in Toledo, Ohio.
Sure.
And then I have...
I love to live away for the same love that Dude. Yeah, that is ironic.
That's a weird one.
Why
because
are you
because
saying that and I'm not saying that?
because I hate pop punk so much.
I don't feel that way. I'm the guy.
Chocolate by the 1975.
Interesting.
Currently, mine and Kiara's song is Australia Street by Sticky Fingers.
Wild.
And I listen to that song and I think of her because I'm super gay for my girlfriend.
Wow, you're really gay for your girlfriend. That's crazy. Ohio Come Back to Texas got me into music.
Okay.
I have a story so far to record that I associate with that breakup,
Sure.
but it just came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is the self-titled Story So Far album.
Do you guys associate anything with the podcast? We had the summer,
I'm trying
like
to
GNX by...
I was gonna say not like us.
Not like us, maybe?
is like that whole year,
Right,
Like,
right.
all of 2024.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
That's what I think about the whole year.
Yeah.
But that's really recent. I might have recency bias.
Sure.
I can think of like even before Ohio Come Back to Texas, I can think of the first songs I knew.
I do High School Never Ends by Bowling for Soup.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
As a time that I was getting into music with guitars in it.
Fuck yeah.
Because beforehand I was two Trailer Park Girls Go Around the Outside.
What's going on with you? Are you me? What's
No.
happening? What's happening?
I told you that I like Bowling for Soup. You've known that.
I know, but you're saying like 3 or 4 things in a row now, and you know what's happening in Digimon Tamers right now. You're
I do know
freaking
what's
me out.
happening,
You're
yeah.
freaking me out.
Yeah, Digimon fucking rules.
I watched a bunch of your stuff for Time After Time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
This will be great.
Stick around for Time After Time.
Yeah.
Jared's been watching Digimon because I watched Digimon. I watched adult stuff. I watched a bunch of stuff that adults watch. It's not as fun.
No, it's not. I don't think it's supposed to be fun, Pat.
I got that. I was gleaming that. As it was happening. I was
Yeah,
like,
you were gleaming it.
it's not supposed to be a good time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, I'm very sad. Yeah, we watched Tombstone together, and one of the brothers died. And you're like, well, that's not fun at all. I was like, Pat, it's not supposed to be. You're supposed to be sad. He's like, I don't wanna be sad. I was like, sometimes you have to be sad. No! I'm like, yeah, that actor died in real life, too. No!
Oh yeah.
Bill Paxton, no! He's really dead. He's gone, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the 1-year anniversary, we had everyone in our Discord vote on what their favorite jokes were, favorite bits from the year. We had the winners match up against each other in a tournament, right? And that's not original. People have done that before.
Yeah.
But what is original about ours is that we assigned each individual joke to a wrestler in WWE 2K25
Yes.
and put them in a 6-man battle royal featuring characters that are guests from the podcast and ourselves, and had them fight it out to see who the best joke was.
And this was on our Discord, so join our Discord.
Join our Discord.
Yeah,
We go live every Thursday, and this was something that we did. So we're gonna play through it and show everybody what went down.
Check it out.
So starting out, yeah, these are all of the characters going up against
Look
each
at us
other.
go.
We got Reese Allen representing Dallas, Texas.
And the Archangels.
And the Archangels. We have me, of course, coming out representing the Archangels as well.
It looks so much like us.
Oh, it
except-
does. And then
yeah.
we have Nick Hudson. Oh, hey.
I'm Nick Hudson now.
I'm Nick Hudson now. Yeah, and then also representing Not My Weekend is Noah Hammondry.
Guest
Look
on the
at him.
pod. Thanks for being
Big
here.
jog
Big
on this
opportunity.
guy.
Thanks for having him.
Then we have Auntie Koala herself, Kiara, is coming out to the ring. Oh, look at her go. She's strutting her stuff. I worked really hard on these guys, and
Nice.
here comes
Hell
Pat.
yeah, hell yeah.
Here comes Pat.
Wearing that outfit right now.
Wearing this outfit right now. All right, it gets off to a strong start. Oh, Reese flipping.
Lots of slams.
Oh, fucking Kiara. Oh, the gut buster on Pat. Look at him go.
You can really feel it.
Actually, everybody's going to get a piece of Pat.
Other?
Bam.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
there it
fair.
is. Everybody wants a piece of Pat. Oh, shit.
Is there that clip?
Kiara!
Is there that clip of me just breaking Kiara's nose in here?
I can't remember.
Okay.
We have a Not My Weekend fight. Noah throws. The Stone Cold Stunner on Nick.
Yeah, huh?
Oh, man. All right, so we have Pat, who's going to eliminate Kiara.
Boom.
For the first elimination of the night. There we go. Then we have, there's Nick
there goes
throwing
Reese.
Reese over.
There goes
Reese
Reese.
is out of there.
Oh,
Nick
nice.
gets a few eliminations here. It's
Yeah,
a little
Nick
spoiler.
going crazy.
Oh,
Oh.
the flapjack. Now I'm getting involved for the first time.
Oh, my God.
The fisherman suplex, and then fuck you, Pat.
It's just hard to imagine Nick picking us up like that.
The Canadian destroyer that I get
God.
fully in the way of.
Yeah.
And Nick over the top with my 500-pound ass.
Just not my
now
weekend
it's
left
just
in the
not my
ring.
weekend in the ring.
As it should be.
As it should be.
As it was written. As it is written.
Oh shit!
There goes
Here we
Noah.
go.
There goes
Big
Noah.
power slam. Yeah!
Oh my God! Look at me just.
It's
look at me just
massive.
watching. There I go.
Nick says, "Oh no!" Pat
No.
says, "No." He's throwing
let's
Nick
throw
out.
Nick out.
Oh, and Nick goes straight over.
Just me and him.
And then who's left? It's just Pat and Noah. Oh, is Noah going out?
Nah,
Could
ditch
it
him,
be?
ditch him, ditch him.
Get out of
Yeah!
here. Pat wins.
Meaning-
Pat was representing the joke, Schrodinger's box.
Schrodinger's box for
which
the W.
is the number one joke of the meantime
2024.
2024, 2025
Wait, oh yeah,
season.
season.
Yeah, the
First
2020.
year, the
We'll
first
do it
year.
like NBA 2024, 2025.
Yes, we're like
Yeah.
we're a lot like the NBA
We're
in
a lot
many
like
ways.
the NBA
in many ways,
in a lot of ways. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like Pat did all that stuff that Kobe Bryant did.
And
So that was the one.
Jared did all that stuff that the Giddler did.
Oh no! I think you're wrong about that. No, I didn't. Yeah, if you want to do more fun shit like that, join the Discord, join the Patreon. We always got fun shit happening.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave with any final thoughts about our 1 year as a podcast?
Do you want cake?
Oh, we could have some cake.
Okay. All right.
Would you like to have some cake and eat it too?
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, Pat immediately gave me the brown one. Pat was like, you can have this one. One of these I dropped on the floor at Ralph's.
I gave him
won't
the one
tell
he
you
dropped.
which
The
one.
one I gave to Jared. Oh, look at these. These aren't edible.
Look at these. Happy birthday.
What's even going on here? We did it. Happy birthday to
1
us
year of the meantime.
all. Not sponsored by Ralph's.
Not sponsored by Ralph's. Actually, they wouldn't decorate a cake for us, so fuck Ralph's.
We don't have. We don't have utensils.
I'm sorry?
We don't have
We don't
utensils.
have utensils.
We don't have utensils.
Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to an episode of The Meantime. For 1 year of The Meantime fun. Absolutely join our Discord, join our Patreon. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe. You can tune in Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific on idobi.com or the all-new Idobi app.
Yeah, give us 5 stars on Spotify. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Leave a comment on our YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Everywhere is at The Meantime Radio. Thank you again to our Patreons. Listen to my band, Not My Weekend. Listen to Jared's band, Rat Park. There will be music from both of those projects coming out soon. Love you guys. One more. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my goodness. To another year of the Mean Team. To another year. Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
To infinity and beyond.
To infinity and beyond.